stop. They act like they ain't believe you. This game that we play, it has no love in it. I can't die only to be your broke niggas. 100 G's in the Maxima. States we split 100 keys in the Acura.
What's up, YouTube? What's going on, man? You already know it's your boy Octane. Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion, man. So I'm a little day off or so, off the reaction and off of my predictions from the Shawn Porter and Errol Spence Jr. fight, man. I know that all of you out there who tuned in enjoyed this incredible fight. For me personally, this was one of the best welterweight championship fights that I have seen in a long time. As you already know, I predicted that Errol Spence would win. I did say that he would win by a decision, not a split decision, but a unanimous decision. And also, I would not rule out a TKO late in that fight. Now, we all know that he won on a split decision. And also, he did drop Porter in the 11th round, which ultimately gave Errol Spence the advantage to win that split decision. I think that if that knockdown didn't occur, it could have went, I believe, a draw. It was a real close fight, but I had Errol Spence winning as I saw one judge's card of 115 to 112. It was a very, very competitive fight. Shawn Porter, man, he did exactly what I said that he would in my previous video. He attacked from all different types of angles. He was aggressive. He was a dog. He put on a tremendous performance. He did not, per se, try to box, as I thought that he may try to do. He just went straight to his game plan, which was to be up in Errol Spence's chest, be in his face, show him different angles, give him different looks, and try to dictate his pace on the fight. Errol Spence turned into the Earl of old as far as just moving forward. Again, his body punching was outstanding. He was leading with his jab as well, but he actually fought Shawn's fight. Not a whole lot of boxing, not a whole lot of movement. He just kept his guards tight and pretty much walked forward, and they traded blows, man. Very, very, very exciting fight. I think Errol Spence showed the boxing world once again that he can fight any type of fight. And he chose to actually fight Shawn in Shawn's comfort zone. And it worked, man. I mean, he took some shots. Shawn Porter was very aggressive. And even sometimes when they tied up, Shawn was able to reverse that and get Errol to back up in the corner for a couple seconds here and there. The copy box stats showed that Errol outlanded Shawn Porter by a decent margin, definitely with the body punching and more power shots. And I believe he had a lot more significant shots as well, Errol Spence. But Porter, man, you cannot take nothing away from Showtime Porter and his performance. I mean, the guy was outstanding. I think this was the best version of Shawn Porter. Anybody else would have been in the ring with him that night. He would have beat them. And you see why he's considered one of the top welterweights in the world. And it's based off of that performance that you can obviously see. He's an awkward fighter. Like I said, he fights from different angles and things of that nature. But again, you got to tip your hat off to Errol Spence as well. He stood toe to toe with an aggressive fighter, a very aggressive fighter. He fought his fight, and they pretty much put on a heck of a performance. I like to say that now that Errol Spence has gotten the belt from Shawn Porter, and in his own words, the tables will turn, as he said, as he always said, and surely they have turned. Because after the fight, you had Danny Garcia step into the ring and trying to challenge Errol Spence for those belts. And Errol, of course, obviously would like the much bigger fight with Manny Pacquiao. They can have that at the Cowboys Stadium and pack that house, and obviously it'll be a huge, huge pay-per-view buy. And he also would like to fight Terrence Crawford as well, if they can ever get that fight negotiated and into play. But, Errol being Errol also said if those fights don't make it, that Danny will be the next opponent. And Danny Garcia would have a legitimate shot. He hits harder than Shawn Porter, I believe. And but I think that'll be an intriguing fight, too, in the future. Of course, Errol would like to fight Thurman as well. He said he wants to clean up the division. At this point in time, how can you not believe the man, what he says? Whatever he says, he does. And he just step him up, and set him up, as he say, and he'll knock him down, as he says to his team. But again, man, that fight was outstanding. Some good counter punching going on by both boxers. You seen the grit. You seen the true champions. You seen two fighters that I once said that would like to prove that they're the man within the division. You seen two friends that had ended up having some type of bad blood, of course, during the course of the 10-week period of working out and all the media and the press. And, you have to develop that mentality. But obviously they showed a lot of respect to each other, genuine respect, genuine love after the fight, immediately after the fight, and also in the post-fight press conference until, a reporter asked a silly question and had them actually trading words on who brought the crowd to the stadium and, who sold the fight and this, that, and the third. Errol pretty much said, I'm the guy, I'm the A side, I'm the person that the fans want to see. I can sell out an arena by myself. What arena could you sell out by yourself? And back and forth they went. But for the most part, them guys showed each other respect. They both had class. Shawn felt like he fought a great fight. He would not take away the victory from Errol, and he stated that someone shouted out that it was a robbery, and Shawn said that you would never hear nothing like that come from my mouth. And he also said that he feel like up until that knockdown that the fight was very close. He gave his honest opinion about that, which just shows the class of Shawn Porter and who he is. I gained even more respect that I already had for Shawn. I gained a whole lot more, by listening to the way he responded to those questions and just how he gave it up to Errol Spence Jr. as far as that fight goes. But once again, man, Errol, he's the man. Man down, strap season. He's the guy to beat in the division. He had moments where he may have looked at fatigue. I think it was just a part of the plan to just stand there and trade shots with Shawn. He took some shots. Once again, he got a heck of a chin, and he delivered some shots as well. It's the mentality. In order to give a shot, you got to take a shot, and that's the approach he took. And he pretty much handled any adversity that he had throughout that fight. and so did Shawn. Once again, man, like I said, it was a tremendous fight. Spence had his jab working. He had his body punching working. His counter, some of his movements were pretty good as well, but then there were spots where you can see either he was just taking a breather for that round, kind of letting Shawn get off. And again, Shawn being an awkward fighter, I mean, his footwork, his movements kind of remind you of a Manny Pacquiao to a certain extent, how Manny just jumped from side to side to try to get different angles to get shots off, throwing punches while moving laterally and in a different angle. But I also said that I felt like Spence in the ring reminds me of Mayweather in this sense, whereas though he can make adjustments during the fight. And it seemed like, you know, it was a fill out process for both fighters in the beginning. But I felt like Errol Spence was just collecting data as the fight progressed and understood the magnitude of the fight. He knew Shawn Porter was a dog as well. He mentioned that. And Shawn actually asked Errol in the post-conference that I had a little bit more skills than you thought I did, didn't you? And at first, Errol was not going to even say anything about it. But he went ahead and said, you know, since the fight is over, I can now say that, yeah, you had a little bit more than what I thought, you know, as far as the skill set, you know, and he displayed a lot of determination. And you could tell Shawn trained really hard for that fight. He wanted it. And you can also tell that Errol trained for that fight as well, because being you know, under pressure pretty much the whole fight from a guy that displayed a lot of energy and stuff like that. It also will take energy for you to match that intensity. Errol was able to do so. And as the fight went on later, deep in the rounds, I believe those body punches by Errol. Now, there were some that were debatable, being low blows, some that were pretty low. The ref, you know, let them guys fight. He warned them about that as well. But, you know, for the most part, the body punching is a part of Errol's game. And I believe that helped kind of slow things down a little bit as far as Porter. At moments, they both looked fatigued. And even Porter, you know, he exerted a lot of energy in that fight. Once again, man, I was excited about the fight. I hope you guys enjoyed the fight as well. This is your man, Octane. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like, send me some comments. Let me know what you think. Who do you think won and why? Who do you want to see fight next as far as Errol Spence goes? Who would you like him to see? Would you like him to fight Danny Garcia? Would you want to see a Manny Pacquiao fight? Or obviously a Terrence Crawford fight? And what you think about the upcoming fight between the heavyweights? You know, you got the rematch, 2 rematches actually. You got Deontay Wilder and Ortiz. And then you have Anthony Joshua and Ruiz. Once again, man, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion. It's your boy Octane, man, and I'm out.